Hello, everyone. Welcome to All Signs. I had to pre-record this in order to get it out for you guys because I literally could not do 8 hours of video calls in one day and be able to do this for you at the top notch and give you my best. So I'm pre-recording this so that you can still get your all signs and get the best of me. I hope you guys are doing really well. This as you know, I like to kind of start off the all signs by just going a little quick recap over what's kind of happening energetically, astrologically for us in the last half of May, because that's what these readings are for the last half of May. And we got a lot happening. I mean, this week in general is big. We had just the Uranus and Sun conjunction. The Sun is going to meet Jupiter, and oh my goodness, Venus is coming up to meet Uranus and Jupiter, and just before the full moon in Sagittarius, Venus and Jupiter will be meeting in the sky. There's a lot going on. On top of that, Mars is going to be hitting the North Node in Aries. So, with Mars hitting the North Node in Aries, I don't know exactly what day, but it's probably very soon because it's just maybe, I want to say 3 to 4, maybe 5 days before the full moon in Sag. So, it should be happening pretty soon. With Mars coming up on the North Node, so many of us are going to feel driven to be like, okay, it's time to like get focused on where I'm going. What is my plan? What are the actions I need to take? You're going to feel inspired. You're going to feel excited. You're going to feel very driven and motivated to pursue something that is in alignment with you going a little or a lot outside of your comfort zone, and something that is really kind of aligned with more of your purpose, your something that's going to help your soul evolve and push you beyond the boundaries of what you know. And it feels like it calls, it speaks to your soul. So we're definitely going to be feeling that this last half of May. And then on top of that, we have a huge stellium in Taurus, right? Mercury's in Taurus, Venus is in Taurus, the sun's in Taurus, Jupiter, Uranus. We have 5 planets in Taurus right now. And they'll all be there pretty much until, well, just before the full moon in Sag, because then the sun will move into Gemini. But that means a lot of focus is on your self-esteem, your values, what value you bring into this world, what kind of resources you have, the resources you're using. Money is going to be a topic here. And I will say that I do believe this is something that's been coming up for me. So you guys let me know in the comments if this is something that's been coming up for you. But with the full moon in Sagittarius coming up, uh, this is saying that something is culminating, something is being highlighted and finally illuminated for us to see when it comes to our beliefs. So we're finally going to be and I will say this, it feels like there's going to be a death and a rebirth of at least one of your major beliefs, if not more. And I think it's going to have something to do with either your own self-esteem or your relationship with money or how you utilize resources or the land, earth-based things, gardening, food, that kind of thing. And I say that because Jupiter and Venus are conjuncting at the 29th degree, which is called the anaretic degree. Okay. So it is like the last degree before a planet will change signs. And so it is known as, it's got a very scorpionic energy to it. It's all about death and rebirth, major transformation, but it hasn't quite happened yet. And so, but you're on the cusp. It's almost like you're ready to go in, you're in the underworld and you're kind of going through the thick of it and you're ready to come back up. And so there's something that's happening here with Jupiter and Venus meeting together just hours before the full moon in Sagittarius. Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, but it is in Venus's domicile, and Venus and Jupiter are together and they're at that 29th degree. So there's something that, again, It could have, for some of you, it will have something to do with your relationships, even though Taurus isn't necessarily about relationships. Venus will rule some of our love and our relationships to some degree, but heavily it'll be much more about how it relates to your self-esteem, your values, and your self-worth. Money is going to definitely come up as a topic. And so I had a very interesting dream this morning that completely blew my belief system of money and what I think I'm capable of earning or making so far out of the water that I was like, I didn't even know that was possible. Like, but it showed it into my dream. And I think part of that, I think part of the reason why I had that dream was so that I could share it with you. And I don't mean that that dream was for me to share with you, but the timing of it is coming up so that I could share it with you on this all signs is what I'm saying, because it's relative. And there's something that's getting expanded, broken free. Again, we still have that Jupiter Uranus energy that is getting activated every time a planet or a luminary goes over that Jupiter Uranus point, the 22-degree mark of Taurus. That Jupiter Uranus conjunction is getting activated. So with Venus going over it, and then Mercury will be going over it, the sun has already gone over it. It's really starting to activate that Jupiter Uranus conjunction that happened on April 20th. So things are going to really feel alive this last half of May for a lot of us. I would think that there's going to be at least at minimum breakthroughs in how you perceive things from a long-term perspective. So Sagittarius is all about seeing the wider picture, right? The big picture. It doesn't care about so much the details. It's like, show me the big money. Show me the big money. Jerry Maguire's coming in right now when we talk about Jupiter and Venus coming together in Taurus. It's like, yeah, show me the money. All right. But it's just about like kind of show me that big picture and, really show me what it looks like and how big can I go and what is my worth and what's my value in all of this and how can I bring this value out and really let it sing to the world. And I say that because Jupiter and Venus are getting ready to go into Gemini, right? And of course, the sun's going to already be in Gemini when we have this full moon because it's at 2 degrees Sagittarius and the sun will be at 2 degrees Gemini. And so Gemini is all about, listen, it's how we accumulate information. It's how we receive information, speak. It's how we communicate. It's also about using our voice in many ways, right? Because it's our storytelling. And in some ways, yes, Gemini singing, I think could be for some reason, I think that's coming up. And of course, we know that Jupiter rules Pisces. Pisces, well, traditionally, I should say, Pisces is definitely a musical sign, but also Taurus is all about the arts and it can be very musical as well. So there's something about all that. And I don't know why I'm feeling the need to say that. I think it's going to be really important to some of you that are listening right now. But I would expect to have some very dramatic shifts in how you're seeing the world, how you're seeing your world specifically, your reality. Big breakthroughs could be coming through. And of course, with Mars meeting up with the North Node in Aries, it's like you're really driven to finally do something for you. You're really driven about like putting yourself out there in the world, maybe taking a new adventure, taking some risks, ready to like start something new. And really go outside your comfort zone because North Node wants you to find solutions where you don't normally look. And so that's where we're being called to go. So a lot is happening. Jupiter is going to be moving into Gemini on the 25th. And so there's going to be a big energy shift in like we're all going to feel whenever planets are shifting signs. So we got Venus going into Gemini, we have Jupiter going into Gemini. And so there's going to be a major shift around the 21st of May through I want to say the 27th. You're going to really feel a massive like I don't know. It's almost like the ground is kind of like I'm getting like this fun house kind of energy. Like, whoa, where am I stepping into? Like, is it kind of like where am I going? It's kind of a discombobulated kind of a feeling. Um, but in an exciting way, it feels like, though, because we got Jupiter and Venus are our two most benefic planets, right? And so they usually bring us expanded and good things. That doesn't always necessarily mean the case, but it really depends on how they're hitting your chart personally. But in general, they like to bring good fortune and good news and good luck and all of that. So that being said, also speaking of the full moon in Sagittarius, I also want you guys to know that I've spoken. I know that some of you have left comments in some of the videos over time that you're finding it difficult to follow the full moon delivery with Mary Ducina, and and sometimes I too, like, she goes off on her tangents, and we love it for the most part, but I can understand how sometimes it can be a little difficult to follow, and sometimes I gotta stop her because I know we're covering so many different things, and it can start to overwhelm someone who, especially if someone's new to this information. And so for those of you who are well seasoned, probably you're okay with it. But I really want to make sure that the messages are landing with everyone for the most part. I can't appease everyone, but I do take into consideration your comments, especially if they're left in a way that is constructively criticizing the show, like not just being a dick. If you're just being a dick or a weirdo, I don't care. I'm not going to pay attention. So I just want you to know that I've discussed it with Mary, and I'm recording with her. Well, actually, I'm recording with her just before you guys actually watch this. Um, but I'm gonna try and put a little bit more structure into it. So I would love your feedback on that in the comments of that podcast when I release it the following week. Just to let me know if you found it more helpful. If you didn't like it, please let me know. If there was something that you really liked and then there was something else you didn't like, just let me know. I'd love your feedback. It's really important to me. And then what else? Okay, so as you guys know, on my podcast last night, I announced that I'm adding two new shows to the podcast. One is a live call-in, which we're going to be starting tomorrow. When this airs, it'll be Wednesday. So Thursday at lunchtime Mountain Time, so 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, just so that those of you in Europe can participate, so it's not too late for you guys. And it's going to be a live call-in show, and you guys will be able to call in through Zoom. I'll bring you on live, and we'll have a discussion. You can ask me anything you want. If you need me to look into anything in your life, if you need answers to anything, or if there's something that's going on in the world, I'll say if it's politically charged, I'm probably not your girl to answer it because I just don't pay attention to that stuff anymore. I just don't find it good for my mental well-being. And I've found that my ability to tap into energies has exponentially like gone off the charts since I stopped paying attention to that stuff. And that's way more important to me than knowing, what the crazy people in this world who think they're ruling the world are doing. Like, I just don't give a shit. So I'm too busy trying to rule my world and rule my personal kingdom. But I will say, though, that ask me whatever you need to, especially if it has to do with healing, if it has to do with relationships, if it has to do with the spiritual journey, energy, business growth, anything like that, definitely please feel free to call in. And then also, I am going to start this week. I'm going to put together that episode where I look at reality TV shows, and I'll do a little recap on some of the highlights and give you my spiritual perspective that will bring in a flavor of humor and fun, and also some teaching and educational information here. I just think it's a great way to kind of look at the world, see what people are doing right, see what people are maybe failing at, and just, and then also just having some fun with it. Like, I just want to, like, the whole podcast is called Enlighten Up, and I feel like I've kind of slacked on that part a little. So this is my way of adding a little of that fun in there. So with that being said, I think it's time for us to go into, I'm just going to be checking the time here. Yeah, let's go into the readings. Oh, and don't forget, Forbidden Journey tickets are now on sale. If you'd like to come to the retreat, September 18th to the 21st, link is in the description below. All right. Oh, and also if you missed last night's podcast, I shared one of the girls who's at the retreat, her Kundalini activation. That was literally a full-blown Kundalini activation, like of the highest and nth degree. So she had that while she was at the retreat. So if you're interested in hearing that, that is on last night's podcast. Okay. So air signs, you guys are first Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. All right. I'm going to be using my Wild Unknown Archetypes deck this time. I haven't used it in a while, so I thought, yeah, let's bring it in. So, all right. What is the main theme of air signs reading for the last half of May, and what is the potential challenge for Oh, interesting because this came up on the podcast yesterday. Okay, air signs. You got the box, which is a message I got regarding regarding time and um all that fun stuff, time travel and Kundalini energy. Okay, so your theme is the box, which is telling me that okay, and I'm looking at your challenge. So um air signs, I feel like you're selling yourself short in some area of your life. You're not staying true to a vision that you've had for yourself. And I feel like that you're feeling a little stuck, that you're might be spinning your wheels in the mud somewhere in some area of your life, and you want out, but the way you're thinking about things or seeing things, and I would say seeing things, more perceiving things, is limiting you. And I say that because your challenge is the vision. And so when the box comes in, it says, like, like you're trying to break through into further out layers, like you're kind of stuck in the center and you're living within the confines of, whether it's social constructs, family constructs, your own constructs that you put, maybe it's spiritual constructs, religious constructs, I don't know. But you're living within some kind of box and it's not helping you. And there, you have a vision. You do have a vision, but for whatever reason, the way you're perceiving on how breaking free is limiting you. There's a limitation in how you see things that isn't allowing you to really move to where it is that you want to go. So let's see where this is taking us, air signs. Let's look at the past for my Okay, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, we have the Tower. Way to hit us right in the gut here out of the gate for my air signs. Okay, and we also have the Page of Wands. Interesting. This is your past, though, so, surprises in the past. Okay, what do we need to know about the current energies? Seven of Cups in reverse. Five of Wands in the heart of your spread. See, you are conflicted or there's drama around you. You have the King of Crystals, King of Swords in reverse. That's you, air signs. You are upside down all and around. See here. What's coming into your future? We have the Three of Stars in reverse. The King of Cups in reverse. Oh, and the Three of Crystals in reverse. We like to see that one in reverse. Okay. So, overall energy. Oh, the Sun in reverse with the Ten of Cups underneath it. See, this is what this is all about. You guys there's confusion, you're lacking clarity. You're not seeing something, you're missing the boat on something here, air signs. And it has to do with, again, like your hopes and dreams for your long-term future, the things that would eternally make you happy. Like it's what you work so hard for, and where you want to achieve it. And with the sun being in reverse, on top of that, it's just saying that one, you're lacking clarity. Two is that there's some sort of like, it feels more like a Four of Cups energy where you're just not happy. It's not like overwhelmingly sad or depressed or anything like that, because sometimes the sun can bring that in. It doesn't feel like that. It feels more of like a just a blah, like you might be feel a little apathetic or a little just it feels like you're stuck, like you don't like where you are, but you're not really sure how to get yourself out of it. You want to get out of it. Um, so okay, here's the thing. In your past, you have the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Tower, and the Page of Wands. So in the past here, I'm seeing that, there was some sort of there was this interest, there was this spark of um maybe creativity or an idea. It's more than an idea. It's more of like, I want to say it is a vision in some way, but there was something that excited you, there was a new beginning, a new opportunity that may have come in here that was either attached to your creative pursuits, your spiritual pursuits, or just something that got you just overall like jazzed, okay? But then something kind of came out of the blue. Something kind of took you by surprise. There was some drama. I don't know. The ground got shaky. Things weren't feeling so secure. And possibly for some of you, everything that as you knew, it started to crumble below your feet. But at the same time, you have the Page of Wands coming in here. So even though all of this was happening, it does feel though like it didn't completely overwhelm your desire to start this new. Like it feels like you still got some good news mixed in with it. Like it wasn't all like it wasn't all horrible, or all shocking. Like there was something that exciting that did come out of this. And again, like it does feel like you either received some kind of good news or you were told something great or there was something promising, from a perspective of like, yes, we can initiate it, we can start it, it's ready to start building itself. However, looking at your energies now, coming into the last half of May, we have the Seven of Cups in reverse, the Five of Wands, and the King of Crystals in reverse. Again, I will just tell you straight up here, air signs, you're overthinking something. You're getting way too caught up in logistics, and I'm going to say this because I'm seeing the King of Cups in reverse here in your future. You may have something that has emotionally happened to you where you shut down and you're not tapping into your heart, and you need to tap into your heart. I'm seeing that you've closed off some options. You've closed off some possibilities, and I don't even know if you're aware that you've done this, air signs, but you've gotten a little bit too narrow-minded. Sorry to say it, but you've gotten a little narrow-minded in how you're perceiving things. So you're blocking the vision, the big picture, which might start to reveal itself more towards the end of May for you through that full moon in Sagittarius as Jupiter and Venus move into Gemini and begin to get closer to that 2-degree mark of the full moon that happened at Gemini. So like the sun was there. So but there's conflict or there's drama. Either you're feeling conflict within you or there's drama around you or chaos or and I think it's distracting you. For some of you, it's distracting you. So I'm wondering for some of you of your environment. I'm getting that some of you need to change your environment. Like you're stuck in an environment that's not conducive to your like expansion. It's not conducive to supporting like the vision that you have for yourself. So in your future, we have the Three of Stars in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, and the Three of Crystals in reverse. I'm seeing that there's something was being built, or something from the past that you were building with someone that maybe stopped. I don't know. It could have been a romantic thing. It could just be that, whatever it is, you closed off your creativity, your intuition, your heart. I don't know, but I do see some healing here. And when you do this, it'll open up your vision and things will become a lot clearer to you on exactly how to move forward. I'm not exactly seeing what that looks like for you yet, but it feels like that's where it's heading for you. So let's see what the sun is about. What's the sun in reverse? What do we need to know about the sun for my air signs? And if you need your own personal reading, links to book a reading are in the description below. Right, we have the Six of Coins with the Queen of Cups in reverse. You're not emotionally fulfilled here, air signs, on something. Like you really you're not happy. Um you want more. You want more. I don't know if you want more money, you want more abundance, you want reciprocity from something or someone, but I don't feel like you're getting it, or at least you feel like you're not getting it, I should say. And that's causing disappointment for you. It's putting you in the state of like, God, why am I doing this? And what is all this for? Seems to feel like the question. And it feels like you're going through a little bit of an existential crisis in a way of really asking like the why here in all of it. So let's see what this Ace of Wands is about. Ace of Wands in reverse. What's this Ace of Wands in reverse? We have the Two of Swords in reverse. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. I don't know if 222 means anything for any of you, but it just came upside down for you. Two of Swords, Two of Cups, Two of Wands, all in reverse. Hmm. It's interesting because I feel like there was a brief moment where you had this spark, a breakthrough maybe on how to like move forward on something. For some of you, it may have meant that you're doing it without someone else in your life. Again, Two of Cups is not necessarily a romantic card. It can just be someone of great importance to you, an important connection. Um, but it just feels like either paths, I'm getting the sense that paths separated or started to separate. And I think that's maybe what's leading to this tower. What's this tower? I wonder though, like, yeah, okay, it's interesting because for a second there, right before the card came out, oh wow, I felt like it might be something you wanted. Like, you wanted like a path to not go forward with someone else. Like you were getting ready, like, and I don't know. Okay, now we have the Ace of Cups and the Lovers in reverse on this tower. So, I'm seeing that because of for some of you, because of a past decision, um, you were surprised by a new opportunity coming in. And this totally was like took you off guard. A new opportunity for love, a new opportunity for, again, just something your hopes and dreams, right? The Ace of Cups is like your wishes, what you really desire, what you want for yourself. And for some of you, that could be love. Um, But because you closed off one path, as you were getting ready to start one way, it's like, and I don't know, for some of you, may have thought about going down that path with the same people, and then you're like, no, no, X, and like stopping that in its tracks. And because you did, another opportunity was able to open itself up for you. Um, Let me see, because the Page of Wands is a good card. I'm getting really good energy off this. So I'm curious what's coming out on this Page of Wands, because it feels like you like the news that came here. Well, this is interesting. The Nine of Cups in reverse. I feel like for some of you, this is about a dream you thought maybe might have been dead. Um, and it's about you being able to like sustain things on your own, for you to be independent, for you to feel really good. It's like this is about you breaking free and doing something that's yours. And I feel like for some of you, it was about a dream or a wish that you thought was either dead or had been put way back on the back burner. And something kind of came forward. You're like, no, what? No, we can go for this. We can do this. So what's this? So where is the confinement here? So there's something, I think this is happening in the last half of May. Like this is going to really make itself um like relevant to you. What is this Seven of Cups? Okay, we have the Faith card coming in, which is the Hierophant. The Queen of Coins in reverse. Okay. I think that in order for you to feel like successful or to go after what it is that you want or desire, and that could be anything, whatever this pertains for you, air signs, you are feeling the need to go at it from a very like traditional sense, like a very like, no, this is how it's done. This is what I need to do. But as you do that, it's like stealing from you. It's not really like, it's putting your needs last. It's not really, it's actually what it's doing is it's depleting your energy, which is and it's going to deplete the amount of energy that can come towards you because you're not in the right vibration. So is this what's causing the conflict? What's the Five of Wands? Okay, so we have the High Priestess, the Four of Coins, and the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, you are there. Okay, I'm gonna be straight up. There is a belief. I feel like there is a belief that is hidden from your conscious mind. It's somewhere in your subconscious, and it is creating this chaos within you. I feel like I really feel like there's a conflict in how you're moving forward because there's your conscious self has got like some of these ideas and these plans and you see it, but deep down there's something that's hiding, it's retreating, it's in the background, it's a little bit of a mystery to you, but it's a false belief that is, for some of you it's holding you back. For others of you, you feel like you need to hold on to what's safe and not venture out into the unknown, not go beyond your comfort zone, not go on like out. So that's why we say like the box is where everything that we know, and everything outside the box is everything we don't know. So we tend to live within what we know. But I don't, you're going to be coming up against this belief, air signs, that you need to really take a look at and isolate and understand what that is. What's this King of Crystals? Way too many cards here. What's this King of Crystals in reverse? Like I said, it feels like you're it's it's cutting you off. It's limiting your strategy. Five of Cups. It's causing you to look at the negative, King of Coins, in how you're able to reach higher levels of either wealth, um leadership, just personal abundance in general. For some of you, this might have something to do with your health, but overall, it's like the King of Coins is about stability. It's about security. It's about um, Loyalty. Are you being loyal to yourself? I want to even ask air signs. Are you being loyal to you? I feel like you're being disloyal to yourself. And for some of you, this has to do with your own value and how that relates to either money or your ability to like move up in leadership levels. This is all gonna come to a head probably around the full moon in Sagittarius. What's this three of stars in reverse? And it's doing that so that you can become aware, so that you can see how you're getting in your own way, what's stopping you. So yeah, so we have the Fool in reverse. We have the Hangman in reverse. There is something, either you were working with other people, you were working on a project, you were working on some skills, you're trying to like build something new in the past. And it was to build, I think, upon a very brand new future for yourself. But you need to shift the way you're looking at it. There's something, the way you're looking at it is causing you to go about it the entirely wrong way. And as soon as you shift your perspective, it's like all of a sudden I see like three new doors opening up of possibility for you. Like there's just flashes of like potential and just opening through. And once you like allow yourself to completely look at things from a whole different perspective. So, like if you're constantly looking at something from the south end towards the north end, it's like you're going to go to maybe like the north end and look at the south end. And so it's like you're going to see, what does it look like from this view? Or if like you're constantly looking like up here, what if I were to look from the ground up? Like it's just you have to look at it from a completely new way. And this is important. This is important for you to get the breakthrough that you need to open up the vision and allow it to start to manifest. What is the King of Cups? What is the No, it's way too many cards. What is this King of Cups in reverse? Two of Coins. You're feeling Queen of Swords. Okay. You're Again, I feel like you had to shut off your heart in some way. You got too much in your head. And I think you're realizing that you need your intuition or you need your heart open in order to really move forward in a way that is different than what you're used to. For some of you, I feel like you're going to have to make a choice, and some of you are going to have a very important conversation with someone. And it's going to be hard for you because I think you're going to need to be vulnerable, and that's not something that you're comfortable doing. At least it's around this specific issue. But I believe that when you do, what's this Three of Crystals in reverse? There's healing that comes in here. Healing of, yeah, okay. Wow. Oh my God. Yes. Amazing. The Moon in reverse, the Ten of Coins, and the Three of Cups. This is the clarity that you're looking for. When you do this healing, when you open yourself up, when you have this important conversation with someone about how you're really feeling on the inside, how you shut down, or how you haven't been listening to your heart. And again, this person may have something to do with the pain, may have nothing to do with the pain, but it's about you like expressing it. And like getting all of these thoughts out so they're not all up in your head. And this just opens up everything for you. Like you do this, and finally, I think you're going to be able to move forward in a way that is really focused on like much bigger abundance for yourself, much more prosperity, long-term prosperity, the kind of prosperity that lasts. And it's going to be a very fun, celebratory kind of experience with the Three of Cups coming in here. The moon in reverse is saying there's no confusion over this. It's very clear. It's like, so with the moon in reverse, it just, to me, this is telling me that your sun comes in like this. So the lack of clarity that you've been having, the confusion, it all dissolves, and it's like your vision is now crystal clear. It's like the fog has lifted. So that's what I'm seeing for you. So it looks like it's going to be a little touch and go for you, air signs, around the full moon. But whatever you're doing, go deep with that fear or that belief or whatever it is, because something subconsciously is like really getting in the way of an opportunity they think is presenting itself to you. And you could really capitalize on this, but you've got to, like, there's something about you deep within your own, it's getting in your own way, you right? It's in your own subconscious. So that's my reading for you, air signs. You guys let me know if that was helpful for you. Oh my goodness. And we will move on to fire signs. You guys will be next. Aries, Leo, and Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Again, if you need your own personal reading, links to book with me are down below. Hmm. I need some water here. All right. What is in store for my fire signs for the last half of May? Aries, Leo, and Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right. Let's see here. Oh my God, there's that box again. Opened right up to it. Can't escape the box. I want out of the box. All right. All right. What is the main theme for my fire signs? There we go. What is the potential challenge? What is the potential challenge? Oh. Hmm. Well, fire signs, seems you're bringing the passion to the reading right now. The kiss is the main theme of your reading. I don't know who's puckering up over there on the other side of the screen. But it looks like I don't know. The kiss is a very like the energy of the kiss is very like sweet. Like not innocent sweet, but like the nectar of life, you know? Let's see here. The touch, the chemistry, the sex, of course, fire signs. Before a first kiss, the air is electrified. Each breath is alive with possibility and magic. What will their lips be like? Their tongue? Do they want me in return? The archetypal energy of the kiss is a heightened sensation of merging with other, of letting in what was moments ago separate to become one. It is risky, but beautiful business. These moments forever change us as we move past the solitary self toward union and acceptance. This card suggests true intimacy is around the corner, which requires bravery and surrender. When the kiss takes a non human form, it may be experienced as touching the sacred, hearing a whisper, or being graced by a divine being. You will recognize the presence of the kiss by cold chills and an awakening of your heart. So that's the theme of your reading. However, the challenge is the flame. The flame is a spark of life in your belly. It is this telling me that something is new here. Something is fresh and new, but it needs to be protected. It can't just be like touched and then let go and then maybe you'll come back to it again. No, like you're gonna have to really nurture this. You're gonna have to baby it a little bit. You've got to be protective of it, or else the flame can go out. So there's something that you are merging with either another person or an idea, a concept, a business, a project, a routine. I don't know what it could be, or it could even be very spiritual in nature on what you're trying to achieve doing here. But it's like the moment where you become one with something else. Okay. And there's an experience, there's a possibility, there's a chemistry in the air, and especially coming off the aurora borealis, which is still very electrified in our atmosphere right now. I am getting the sense that you've got to be very protective of what you're nurturing and make sure you nourish it. So don't let it go unattended to for too long. Like really give it your attention. Is really what I'm getting here. If I feel that if you don't give it your attention, fire signs, it could easily go out and you could miss an opportunity. So let's see what's going on here. What do we need to know about the past for my fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sag? And I will say for any of you out there that this might be relationship oriented, but you're already in a relationship, this is about coming together in a new way, a newer, heightened way, than where you've been. So just keep that in mind. What do we need to know about the past? Maybe the Six of Crystals in reverse. Okay. Oh, the Death card in reverse. Ooh, some trouble letting go of something in the past here. Fire signs. Four of Cups in reverse. Okay. Um, coming into the present energies for the last half of May for my fire signs. Ace of Wands in reverse. The Star in reverse. I'm hearing slow burn. Um, we have the Five of Crystals, the Chariot in reverse, and then the Six of Cups. And then the Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay. Overall energy is the Moon in reverse, the Nine of Wands. Something that you've been struggling at, working at for long periods of time. You've been on this journey a while. And you're a warrior. You've persisted. Well, I feel like the fog is going to definitely be lifting for you, fire signs. With the moon in reverse, this is saying that things that were in the dark are no longer going to stay in the dark. They're coming out into the open. Things that may have been hidden will no longer be hidden. They will be revealed to you. And uh, it does feel like you could be coming out of what feels like, for some of you, not all of you, a bit of a dark night of the soul, in some cases. And for others of you, it's not so extreme as that, but it's like, it's been a little kind of on the lower side. It feels like it feels like you're coming out of something. So, in your past, you have the Six of Crystals in reverse, the Death card in reverse, the Four of Cups in reverse. So, what I'm seeing here in the past is you were kind of stuck in a cycle. You just kind of were going around in the same kind of loop, dealing with the same kind of stuff. And the reason why is because you weren't able to let something go. You were having a hard time letting something go, letting something die. Um, just not allowing something that has been expired to just expire or transform and start a new cycle. Um, but the good news is you have the Four of Cups here in reverse, which is telling me though that whatever you were in, you got over it. And you started to pull yourself out of this place where even though you weren't happy, you started to do something about it. Whereas before, it just felt like you were like, it feels like you were just not sure. Like you're like, I don't know if I want to, I don't know if I'm ready. Um, okay. Now, the reason I got slow burn for you in this middle row, which is your current energies for the last half of May, is you have the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Star in reverse, and the Five of Crystals. There is a new opportunity coming your way. Okay. And I feel like it's this kiss energy with this Ace of Wands in reverse. The Ace of Wands in reverse is telling me, especially, this could actually be something you really, really want. It just may not present itself exactly that way. It feels like either you're not going to see it, it might hide itself from you at first. Um, and how it would do that is you'll be lying to yourself. Five of Crystals, sometimes this is self-sabotage, sometimes this is just, arguing. It can be fighting, like feeling like you're in a battle. I'm really getting this as more a battle of self, and the lies that you sometimes tell yourself. And it comes from a place of past pain. But I feel like whatever is kind of coming in here, it does feel meaningful and it does feel important and it's going to feel very familiar to you. But there is also going to be something about it that also scares you. So there is a new opportunity that can bring in a new passion, again, it's this flame. Okay. The Ace of Wands, it's this flame. The Star, though, in reverse, I want to say you've got this idea of what it is that you want, but how you see it and the package that you thought it was going to come in is not going to be the way it comes in. And that's how you can get in your own way and you'll be warring with yourself. You're like, but I don't understand it because this is not like what I was expecting, or this is what I don't think I want, or I don't know. There's just something along those lines. I would say really be open through the last half of May, fire signs, and allow this to be a slow burn, not a fast burn that will just go out. You've got to protect this flame and really nurture it. So, like, there might be something really exciting or passionate or whatever, and then it'll just get forgotten about, or it'll be like, oh, like, I don't know, like, it's not really what I want. Or it's like you come up with these excuses or reasons to like push it away, fight it, resist it. And I say that because in your future, you have the Chariot in reverse, the Six of Cups, and the Seven of Wands in reverse. I see that things are going to move forward for you, but not in the way that you think. You're going to have to maneuver things and move things in a direction or on a pathway that wasn't what you anticipated. That doesn't mean it's a bad one. It just means like, whoa, I wasn't prepared for this. Like, this is not the way I'm used to it going, or this is not the way that I thought it was supposed to go. But you're dealing with Six of Cups here. This is familiar energy. This is a soulmate energy. For some of you, is to do with someone important in your life. If this reading is in, I mean, we're talking about a kiss. So for some of you, this is. And again, it doesn't necessarily mean romantic. It could just mean like it could be two really cool friends coming together, like it could be the beginning of a brand new friendship for some of you. But it feels, I want to say it feels a little destined in some ways, like called in, like you had this roadmap towards one another, but it's like the way it all happens, it just doesn't make sense to you completely. It's like you had a narrative in your head long ago, and this is contradicting it. Um, but what I like is that you have the Seven of Wands in reverse, and I think you're going to surrender. I think you're going to let go. You're going to stop fighting it. And I like seeing that, fire signs. So let's see where this is all going. The moon The moon in reverse. Seven of Cups. You've got options that you didn't know you had. Mm-hmm. Two of coins, and there's the King of Cups. Okay. For some of you, this is dealing with the kind of emotional connection that is very mature and established. It's secure. It's a love, and when I say love, again, I don't always mean romantic. It can be for some of you, but it's that secure, old school kind of love that is dependable, and it it's emotionally mature. Like it's not going to play games. It's not going to leave you wondering. And I think that for some of you, this is about you really, for some of you, this is also about you tapping into your intuition at a very heightened level, that allows you to open doors where you actually are going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to choose something here, fire signs, when this all comes down to it. And so let's see, Six of Crystals. Six of Crystals in reverse. All right, we have the Knight of Coins. The World. And the Six of Coins. Knight of Coins, the World, and the Six of Coins. Interesting. I think you put an end, okay, to some very repetitive patterns and cycles that weren't good for you, that were very slow moving, and they weren't providing you with what you really wanted. I know the Six of Coins is here, and it usually will talk about balance or reciprocity or you getting something. But where I'm seeing is that you knew that you had to end something that was too moving too slow, and it wasn't providing you with the fruits, that you were like of your labor, or what it was that you thought you deserved. And because this is your goal, it feels like this is your ambition or goal, is to finally have reciprocity, to finally have balance, to finally be on the receiving end of what it is that you want. I think this is what you were trying to like get yourself out of. Like that was what was kind of motivating you to get you out of this. But again, I still see a struggle here with you putting an end to something. So what is this Death card? The Two of Wands in reverse. There's something about that pathway that, okay. There's something about that pathway that you were stuck on because the end was never known. You never actually got close enough to really know how was it all going to turn out. And but at the same time, and you were struggling to let go with that, but at the same time, you have the Page of Cups and the Star card coming in. You have a new opportunity here in that is speaking to the things that you dream about, the things that you desire, the things that you want. A new opportunity, a new beginning, a fresh start for some of you. And again, it's like this is really about you moving on from something that truly is destructive or is not something you can build upon any longer, and moving on to something that you absolutely can and you know you're destined to build. You're destined to have. But you know you can't have it if you stay in the old patterns. So I think this motivated you enough to finally move on, to like be willing to like start taking opportunities. Yeah, we have the Temperance card coming in. I see like this balance, willingness. Okay, we have the Emperor. There, I'm getting a very temperance, you know, like you're like, okay, I need to make changes. And I think you're like, I'm gonna take my time, even though like you're coming out of this place where like, you know, this was moving too slowly, but you were like, I'm ready to start trying new opportunities that you know, for some of you have to deal with, you know, with the Emperor card here, for some of you, it's, you know, um your partner. For others of you, this is your ambition, your goals of achievement. This is about you ruling over something, like you being the leader, following those big dreams with like the proper execution plan that you need. But I see there's a mix of, okay, I need to go about this the right way. So I need to take my time and make sure I don't like get myself into a situation that just I end up in the same place. Don't want to go there. So that's what I'm kind of seeing here. So you started to make some movement, fire signs, out of this place because you're like, you know what? I know I deserve more. I know what I can have, but I got to put myself in a scenario where I'm open to receiving it, where I can have it, like it can find me. What is this Ace of Wands in reverse? See, there's your Seven of Wands, whereas here it's in reverse. So there's resistance to this new opportunity, which interestingly enough, here's your Sun card. This is exciting. There's a lot of I'm feeling something's aligning for you here, fire signs. Oh, a lot of alignment. You know, there's optimism here, but at the same time, you're also fighting it, and I don't know why. What else do we need to know about this Ace of Wands? It's a new opportunity, new opening, new beginning, new cycle when it comes to passion, when it comes to, for some of you, this is really deeply opening you up on a spiritual level, like opening you up more to the divine. Um, for some of you, really taking you to higher levels of consciousness with that Sun card there. What's this Ace of Wands? Anything else we need to know? But there's like a resistance. What's this resistance? What's this Seven of Wands? Oh, there you go. Queen of Swords. You're in your head. You're in your head, fire signs. You're thinking about you're trying to use your mind. And I'm going to tell you right now, because I'm seeing it over here with the Five of Crystals, this is your downfall. Because this is what's the resistance. It's like, no, 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 no. I thought it was supposed to be this way. The Queen of Swords can be a very decisive, very sometimes cold, but you know, she's like, this is how it is. And da, 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 da. But I'm feeling like you need to be really open here, fire signs. Like there's a need to go again, it's kind of similar to air signs, like, but like a little bit, but different. Same but different. What's the star? Star in reverse, Eight of Cups. You have got to leave something behind. You've got to follow your heart, not your head. I'm getting this message that you are going to have to really allow yourself to you've got to do a lot of conscious driving of this energy. A lot of you are guided subconsciously, which all of us are. But it really hinders your ability to see what is actually in front of you or on how quickly you can move towards it. But the star, I feels like it's something that, yeah, it's what you want, but for some reason you're blocking it or you're slowing it down. You're not really, and it's because you've got to move away from something. You're the Faith card in reverse. Can you trust something that is outside your comfort zone? It's not what you're used to dealing with. Can you trust it? Can you have faith? Can you allow yourself to be guided and not use your head, not let the ego come in? Five of Crystals, because truncating your wish from like from being seen for what it is. Like it's almost like you're blurring it out on purpose so you don't see it. I don't know. It's like you're purposely throwing a veil over it. Sorry, my cards are all coming out like stuck. What's this Five of Crystals? Nine of Cups, Ace of Coins in reverse. Look, fire signs. Don't make me reach through the screen and slap you silly. Okay? You got something good coming your way. You got something good coming your way. Or you already have something good and it has the ability to go to another level, but you're wrestling with your mind, you're wrestling with your thoughts, you're wrestling with something, and you've got to protect this. You've got to protect whatever this is, protect it. Protect it long enough to really understand and see it for what it is. Because this is something you've really wanted, and it could take root here. It could take root. But with the Ace of Pentacles up in reverse here, you're not allowing it to take root, which means take form, fully start to crystallize into your timeline. So let's see the Chariot. Woo. And again, it can be a little scary, right? You have the Page of Wands on your Chariot in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse. Page of Coins. Okay, look. Woo, you are moving towards new and exciting beginnings. Something that is like got all the elements except like logic. There's no logic behind this. And that's why you have to go with it. Fire signs, you're like looking for the logical answer. You're looking for something to make sense. Don't waste your time. It's not going to. It's not meant to. Um, you have to put in the work to really kind of build this, like really kind of almost like you're new, you're kind of green to this, whatever this is, but it's exciting and it's got a lot of love or wish fulfillment for you. For some of you, this is opening you up divinely, like in a whole new way, intuitively, psychically. But you're looking for logic or you're trying to make sense of things too much. Um, you know that meme where it's like, I need a signy or sign? Like that's the energy you guys are giving me right now. And it's like, uh, it's right in front of your face and you're still not seeing it. You're still but wait, isn't it supposed to be this? And isn't it supposed to be that? And it's like, no. And so you have this Six of Cups here. We have the Four of Swords in reverse and the Devil. I'm going to tell you right up. You get into your head, you get all anxious, you start overthinking things. You start to get all restless and anxious. You're going to sabotage this. This isn't yours yet, fire signs. It could be yours. You might ruin it. I'm going to say this. I want to say this. And I'll probably talk about this actually on the live call tomorrow. There's where people say, what's meant for you can never miss you, can never miss you. Like you will never like lose out on it if it's really meant for you. I don't believe that. I think that's BS. I feel like that's spiritual bypassing in some way, or it's like positivity bypassing, or I don't, it's like, don't take accountability for the shit that you like miss out on because you were too like caught up in your own shit to like let another opportunity pass you by. Sure, there could be another opportunity coming your way, but like you could have jumped on that train sooner and then you would have been well way ahead, like I don't know. Sometimes I think we do make stupid decisions. And I'm not calling my fire signs stupid at the moment, but I'm saying, like we kind of act a little stupid. And I know I'm guilty of this. I know there's been opportunities in my life that I can look back even 25 years and you're like, "Oh, but Nicole, you wouldn't be where you are." And it's like, "Well, I understand that." But I also understand that what was stopping me was a very self-sabotaging behavior. Like I was shutting parts of myself down or I was shutting things down purposely because it was too scary. It was taking me into the unknown. And ultimately, like it wasn't a bad thing. It could have been a really good thing, but I'll never know. And so I'm just saying just be accountable for your actions, fire signs, and know that, you can get the devil isn't just about like, toxic shit and stuff like that. The devil's like your fears. The devil's what scares you. And like you could just be getting all up in your fears, and getting a little anxious about like someone that is like important in your life that could be really valuable to you in some way. Because I'm seeing really new opportunities here or like new openings in some way. So, what's the Seven of Wands? I feel like this reading is going on forever. I apologize. Nine of Wands in reverse. Ooh, deep surrender. Deep, deep surrender. And look, Nine of Wands upright, Nine of Wands in reverse. The moon, for some of you, this is about you need to express your emotions, fire signs. You're going to need to share your vulnerability and your emotions with someone. You're going to need to let someone know how you're really feeling. Now, what those feelings are, I don't know, but you're going to need to let them know. You're going to have to let your guard down. What else do we need? What do we need to know here? King of Swords in reverse. All I can tell you is just turn the mind off. If there's a knob to turn the mind off, please do. Heart overhead. Yeah, and there you get your clarity. See, these two cards are one in the same. All right. So in many ways, because the eight of wands, okay, brings in a lot of clarity. It's like finally the fog is lifting. You're above the clouds, you see things exactly as they are. But this is also like eight of wands is saying there's going to be some communication here finally. And it's going to move. Things could also be moving really fast. The moon is also saying, again, same thing, no more confusion. Things that were hidden are going to be revealed, no secrets. So, allow the merging to begin, fire signs, and protect that flame. Protect it. Don't tend to it. There's something that's trying to come to life here for you. The flame represents life. Okay. It is the spirit. It is so for some of you, this is like a very spiritual coming, a birthing for you. For others of you, this is something physical in your life. It could be a relationship. It could be something else that you've been working on. But there is something that is the beginning stages, but it's still new. It's still a tiny flame. And before it becomes a full blown fire, you've got to tend to it and protect it because it feels like it could unintentionally go out. So it's my 2 cents. Okay. You get the picture. All right, fire signs. That's my reading for you. Go ahead, shit on me in the comments or the live chat, wherever. You just let me know. Let me know if that resonated with you. And of course, if you need your own private reading, links to book with me are in the description below. And of course, don't forget Thursday, we're going to start the first live call-in show. Okay. We are halfway through. Let me just see here. All right. Whoops. It's getting warm. I'm getting warm. I'm getting hot. All the energy that's moving through to give you guys these messages. Ooh. Again, for anyone who might be new or have missed it in the past, when you start to get really hot from the intuitive messages you're getting, there's a lot of fidelity and truth to what's coming through. It means you're tapping into a much higher level of consciousness, awareness, energy. Um, so uh yeah. So that's a sign of how you can know that, ooh, I'm tapping into the good stuff right now. There's truth to what I'm getting because my body temperature is on fire. And yeah, there's just, it's like whenever, like, if you work with your hands, like they get so hot when there's all this energy moving through them. So just so you guys know, right? Who are we on to? Earth signs. Earth signs, you guys are next. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Ooh. To my Tauruses. Are you feeling all the planets in your sign right now? This is one big party. It's also interesting when Jupiter and Mercury are in the same sign together because they're opposite energies, right? Like Jupiter's like, give me all the details. Give me the scoop. And Jupiter's like, don't bore me with the details. Just give me the big picture, you know? And so you got them both in um Jupiter's like, I just want to have fun, you know? And it's like Mercury is like, no, let's get down to work. Let's like do. We need to move. All right. All right. Let's go into this. Let's find out what is the main theme of Earth signs reading and what is the potential challenge for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Okay. What is the main theme of Earth signs reading? And what is the potential challenge? All right. Theme of your reading is the shadow, Earth signs, the shadow. And I'm actually going to go into the book for this one. But you know, we know what the shadow deals with. The shadow is where all look, I've said this several times. So some of you are very familiar with this. But not all bad things are in the shadow. A lot of the greatest gems that belong to you are also in the shadow. They're buried. You have to go find them, which means you're gonna have to face some fucking fears to find them. Oh, I mean, look at your challenge. Well, oh, I just opened up to your challenge. Let's just hold that one there. I'm not gonna let you guys know yet what your challenge is. The shadow, the unspeakable, the unwelcome, the denied parts of ourselves. Okay, although every card in the archetype deck has a shadow potential, this card asks us to delve into the qualities of the shadow itself. We often think that the shadow can be purified, illuminated, and made right through effort and achievement. However, it is typical the case that our lofty pursuit of ascension and perfection is the very source of shadow material itself. By rejecting parts of ourselves and the world, we begin to separate from the whole. Rather than getting to know the qualities and content of our shadow, we busy ourselves with avoiding its presence. This is denial. When this card appears, it is time to take inventory of those things you've been denying. And I've got to tell you that as soon as I read the word denied, that was like, boom, neon sign. Like I was like, there's something that us earth signs have been denying or we felt denied or have been denied in our lives for some time. And it's time to allow that in. And that could be, and it would be something that brings in an element of fear. Okay. um, so your challenge is the lover. The lover. Hmm. Well, for some of you, this is about your ability to love or be loved. Have you denied love in your life, whether that is just in general, romantically? Have you denied loving yourself? What parts of yourself have you not loved that have been denied? All of this is true for this reading. All of this kind of comes up. So just see where you land with it all. For some of you, you may have been denying someone to come into your life. You may have been alone for a long time. Um, and it may be time to allow someone into your life. Now, again, that doesn't necessarily mean romantically. It could mean that you're just needing to finally, like maybe you've been in isolation a long time and now it's time to really allow someone or just a few others in. But this is truly about love. And I say that because when I look at the swan and you see two swans and I'm just getting the picture of like two swans coming together and just, they make the heart with their heads coming together. And it's just like even the way like they nuzzle into each other's necks. There's something about the intimacy of another in your life that has been denied. Um, and it's time to face the fear of not allowing that into your life. So let's see exactly where this is going, our signs. What do we need to know about the past? Oh, first time that card's come up. We have the Justice card coming up. The Four of Stars. The Page of Stars in reverse. Okay. The Five of Wands in reverse coming into the present energies, last half of May. What else? Okay. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse, the Page of Crystals coming in, the Three of Wands coming into your future. The Four of Crystals in reverse. Ooh. And the Ten of Wands. There's that shadow card screaming at the end. Okay. Oh, well, look at that. We have the Ace of Crystals in reverse on top of your 10 of Cups. This is about allowing like pure joy, full joy, like the total joy of life, happiness, love, family, relationship, like all of that, your dreams. With the Ace of Crystals here in reverse, let me just you definitely have a lot of you have newer energy coming in here, younger energy, not as matured. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, especially if you're opening yourself up to something you're not used to. You have a new reality on the horizon, Earth signs with the Ace of Crystals here in reverse, but it's not fully, again, it's not fully here yet. And it's going to come down to a choice that you make. Will you choose it or not? Will you choose what you've denied for so long or not? Because what you've denied could ultimately bring you long lasting happiness and wish fulfillment. Um, Lifetime prosperity. So in your past, you have the Justice, the Four of Stars, and the Page of Stars in reverse. So I think for some of you, I don't know if you had to work on, for some of you, maybe paperwork, legal work, maybe you were caught up in some kind of legal battle. I would say if you were, it looks like things went in your favor. Whatever this is, it looked like things went in your favor. But I think for some of you, you were having to like really balance things out and you had to like make a very big decision. And as a result, with the Four of Stars in here, you were just focused on like security. You were focused on your foundations. You were focused on what you need to build. But in a sense, though, that did hold you back from other things. And I see that with the Page of Stars here in reverse, that's telling me that there was an opportunity here for something to begin, but I don't think it really got the attention it deserved to really go anywhere. Um, I think you tried, but you didn't really put in the greatest effort towards it. I think what it feels like to me is that you were really focused on building something and creating security for yourself after like a very big decision or some sort of legal issue or making something right or needing to make something right, paperwork, something along those lines. Um, in your current energies, you have the Five of Wands in reverse, the Seven of Wands in reverse, and the Page of Crystals. Um, well, I actually really like this energy for you, Earth signs. Um, you're going to realize an inner conflict that you have within you, something that gets in your way, something that, you want something, but you're conflicted internally over it. And I think you're going to surrender. I don't think you're going to resist whatever it is this time. Um, I think you're going to really face it and you're going to get new clarity. With the Page of Crystals, you're going to get new insights. For some of you, you're going to receive possibly some new downloads around this. For others of you, you're going to begin communicating in new ways. You're going to be opening up, I'm hearing you're going to be opening up new lines of communication. But you're ready to learn. You're ready to open yourself up to something that you're not very used to, and you're doing so from a very curious perspective. The Page of Swords is a very curious mind, right? It's like, ooh, I just want to learn, it's like the eager student. And it's a really nice place to be, especially if you've denied yourself something for a very long time. Now, going into the future energies, we have the Three of Wands, the Four of Crystals in reverse, and the Ten of Wands. Okay. So I see that there's new things on the horizon here for you, new things that could potentially be coming towards you. And with the Four of Crystals in reverse is telling me you're no longer going to be like you're no longer be putting these things on the back burner. You're no longer going to be like in manifestation mode. Like you're actually going to get out there. You're going to put yourself out there. You're ready to like do some movement. You're not going to be like you're not going to be retreating from the world. You're ready to like put yourself out there. And this Ten of Wands, I got to tell you, the way I'm seeing the energy from this, the energy that this card is giving me right now, it's like you're taking all of your burdens and your shit and you're like gonna chuck it in your past. Like it's almost like I'm ready to leave the past in the past and I'm ready to go forward. It's like I've dealt with all these burdens. I don't need to bring these forward with me anymore. I'm gonna just put them out, like kind of thing. Like you're like, I don't need to carry this load anymore. Like that's the energy I'm getting. So I kind of like this earth sign. So let's see, where is this going? Ace of Crystals in reverse. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands. Oh, sorry, Seven of Wands, Seven of Coins. I think it's the first time we've seen that card today. The Queen of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Coins in reverse. You've been doing a lot of work. You've been trying to lay the sorry, my hair is just like ugh, it's like sticking, not sticking, but it's just like, hold on a second. Don't mind me. I'm just getting annoyed. Um, there's something about you've been spending a lot of time waiting Maybe in some cases, analyzing, thinking too much. I don't know. But I also get like you're ready to cut the waiting out. And what's interesting is with this nine of coins in reverse, sometimes the nine of coins in reverse represents no longer being alone. Yes, it can talk about codependent energies, but I'm not really picking up that vibe here. I'm picking up more of like, I don't need to keep myself in isolation anymore. I don't need to keep myself cut off from the world. I don't need to deny myself these things. I'm allowed to have it. So that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here right now. And I think that you're going to have to make a choice. If this is really dependent on you or signs, what you choose. So, justice in the past here. What do we need to know about the justice card? A knight of cups in reverse. Yeah, okay. So we have the eight of cups, sorry, the eight of swords and the seven of cups. So look, you were definitely consumed with something here. You may have had a lot going on. And I think that allowing your heart to be open in whatever capacity that means for you in this reading, whether it just means allowing others to share in your life, to let someone meaningful into your heart. I don't know, but whatever it means for you, you just were like, no, I can't go down that road. I've got other shit to deal with. And it's important. And it was about making right decisions in your life, making important decisions, balancing something out. Maybe for some of you, it had to do with legal issues. Again, I don't know why I'm seeing paperwork. Four of stars. Tell me about this four of stars. The chariot, the world, and then five of coins in reverse. It's interesting. Hmm. You were very focused on something, on achieving something of get like, yeah, there was I don't know, for some of you, this may have had to do something with travel. Um, but you're like, I need to get to the top. Like I need to be at a certain level or achievement of something, and you were just full steam ahead. And you felt very guided by what you were doing. And I do feel like it was about building some kind of security or foundation for yourself. Um, Five of coins in reverse. For some of you, this is also like about building like financial stability for yourself. But for others of you, I also feel like in some ways, five of coins in reverse can also talk about like really isolating yourself, like overly isolating yourself. Like, sometimes you can just, again, it's like that tunnel vision. Like you get so focused into this one thing that everything else around you falls away. And the next thing you know, you're just on this one path alone, just because you're so hyper focused. What's this page of stars? Because I feel like there was something else here that started or could have started, and it could have just been like an energy that you were maybe willing to begin, but I don't feel like it really went anywhere. And it was just because I don't think you had an energy to spare. Yeah, the Emperor in reverse. I just feel like you were overly ambitious with something else. Seven of Swords in reverse. Judgment and the Devil coming out together. Wow, this is powerful. Yeah, you were trying to start something new. You were trying to like get on a path here that you knew it was something you needed to do, but you just couldn't get out of your own way, or like there was either like you felt bound to something or you felt stuck, or maybe there were just too many fears that came up, or you had negative thoughts about it. And it was something that you were like, no, I've been here before, like I can't do this right now. It's just kind of really what it feels like. What's this five of wands in reverse? the King of Cups. See? Ace of Wands and the Two of Coins. You are realizing, Earth signs, that you do need to make a choice here. And for some of you, you're looking for a deeper emotional connection in your life to other people, to someone. And this is this is really, there's a lot of new beginnings here. Everyone's getting a lot of aces and pages in their readings. Um, you're gonna have a breakthrough in May, or signs. You're gonna have a breakthrough on really allowing connections of the meaningful nature to come into your life. I think you're gonna get out of a place where you used to be conflicted over it, and you're gonna make a choice. It's important. I keep saying choice. I can't. You've got to understand this is something that you've got to choose. Like it's not just going to happen. You've got to choose it. Seven of Wands. Woo. So Seven of Wands in reverse. So you're letting go of all the resistance and you're moving full steam ahead into some very fun and lighthearted good times. So you're gonna have some fun here, Earth signs. You're like, you know what? Let me get out, let me mingle, let me be social, let me get out there, let me have some fun, let loose a little. And you're doing it like you're like, yeah, let's go. Let's go. I like it. So what's this page of crystals? What's this page of crystals? Six of Swords. I think you're going to really get some insight here, some newer understandings. The Tower of how like old patterns that you were stuck in would make everything come crumbling down around you. Um, how it would take the very thing that you wanted out, like take it out at the knees kind of thing. Um, and you're gonna really like be like, oh wow, I again, this is like looking at your shadow stuff, right? Like you're looking at your shadow stuff, you're looking at how you denied things, and you're gonna see some of your own patterns that were repetitive. Queen of Wands in reverse. Um, in how I want to say you were over controlling of something, like you were trying to control a situation or control the way something happened or what it was, but and how that never really worked out for you. So surrender's good here, Earth signs, letting go, not needing to control the outcome, not needing to control the journey. What's this Three of Wands? Ooh, Two of Cups in reverse. The Ace of Coins. The Four of Coins in reverse. I love it. I love that that's come in. Okay. Some of you, you could be dealing with a connection from your past. Or for some of you, you're dealing with a connection that kind of takes you, like kind of sneaks up on you, I want to say. Like it kind of comes from behind. Like you're not like expecting it so much. But and it's about, again, it's like this merging, like the lover, it's about allowing that love in. It's like allowing emotional connections to build. And I love it because this is brand new. So you're starting to build something that, was that a moth? What's that? Um distractions. Like a moth to a flame. um there's a new, I want to say for many of you, you've got new relationships forming here, or you've got new connections starting to take root. And this is about you surrendering and letting go. This is about you not trying to control it this way, or I only like it if it's this way, or I only want it to be that, or like, like you're kind of, you're having fun, you're letting your hair down, you're just like, yeah, whatever, I'm just going to go with the flow. You're not being so controlling about all of this. So four of crystals in reverse, and that's allowing for some really secure and new opportunities and people to come into your life. Um, Seven of Wands. Let me see here. Queen of Coins and the Hermit in reverse. Yeah, like okay. You're you have a resistance to getting out there. You have a resistance to connection. You have a resistance to like actually doing things that put you a little in the spotlight and really kind of also nourish your needs. And I feel like you're going to allow yourself to find like, you know what, it's my turn. And I see that you're looking at, okay, I'm not going to deny myself any longer. I'm going to give to myself. And what I see is I see you retreating from the stance of like, you know, feeling like you got to fight or you got to like, no, I need it to be this way. Cause I'm just getting a very relaxed energy here. I'm getting a very relaxed energy. Especially with the hermit here in reverse too. You're just coming out of hermit, but you're not going to be a hermit anymore. You know, like your four crystals, you're not retreating. You're like, I'm gonna, and I feel like you were resistance to going out. Like, so being social, connecting more, putting yourself out there. And I think you're gonna allow yourself to be seen more. Um, Earth signs, which is going to um it's going to open up the door where it had been previously closed for denying things to reach you, to access you. So tell me about this 10 of Wands. Okay, you have the star in reverse and the sun in reverse. It's so funny because when you see this card, like I don't know how it's showing up to you on the screen, but I think it's showing you that look, she's going backwards, right? She's taking her burdens and she's going towards the past, you know, and she's taken all the stuff that confuses her, the stuff that she's not happy with, the stuff that doesn't really feel optimistic, and completely rains on her parade of what it is that she really wants. And she's like, all of this burdens me down, and I'm going to just shove it in the past. I'm going to be like, or whatever door she wants to put it behind. And it's not because she's pretending it's like she's trying to put it under the rug. It's like you've been carrying it a really freaking long time. And it's like, you know what? I don't have to carry this anymore. I'm done. I'm done with whatever like stuff I've been dealing with. It's time to go have some fun. It's time to lighten the load. It's time to not be so serious. And that's really what I'm getting for you, Earth Signs. It's time for you to like connect. It's time for you to build connections, whether that's with one person or just new people in general. But I just see like, you know, like this is what's kind of coming in here for you. And and again, I want to say this is a choice that you have to make. And the choice is yours. Like, so when this is showing me in reverse, this is telling me this is not a done deal. Like, you're gonna have to choose, but you do get to choose. You get to decide. Um, and it's gonna be up to you. So choose your own adventure kind of a feel to it, Earth signs. So let me know in the live chat to my Earth signs. How was that reading? Oh my goodness. All right. Water signs, you guys are next. Cancer, Scorpio. Yeah, Cancer, Scorpio, and I was gonna say Leo, Pisces. I don't know why was I gonna say Leo. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is in store for my water signs for the Last half of May. They say May is supposed to be the lighter month, like things are supposed to start turning around. Well, actually, they say things are supposed to start turning around in the second half of May. So let's see. I'd like to see that. This year's been a real doozy so far. One more cut. Okay. Ah, if you guys need your own personal reading, link to book is in the description below. What is in store for my water signs for the last half of May? All right. Let's see. Whoa. What is the main theme of water signs reading? What is the potential challenge? All right. Hmm. The main theme of your reading is the desert. I'm looking at your challenge. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Mm. The drought, the wasteland, the badlands. The desert leaves us disoriented, desperate for direction, grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. For endless miles, we are confronted with a lack of clarity and existential dread. We are thirsty, hungry, pleading with life to get back to normal, to become animated by the simple pleasantries of day to day life. The desert offers no such comfort, and all must pass through it. If you can embrace the discomfort of the desert, knowing you will someday reach water again, you water signs. You can tap into the potent energy of the landscape. Its lights are blindingly bright and its darks terrifyingly deep, which makes for unbridled creativity and clairvoyant visions. Truths reside in the desert that otherwise remain hidden. Let the winds and sands work their deep magic, wary traveler. Um, Okay, you have been searching water signs for something. You have been seeking something. You feel like you've been going through these so-called deserts and you haven't really reached what it is that you're looking for. Or if you do, or you're looking, you feel like you're in a place where it doesn't exist. Will it ever show up? Like, what is it I'm even looking for anymore? You're like, it's almost like I don't even remember why I'm here kind of energy. The challenge of your energy is the hunter. Okay. And what I feel like for you, water signs, is the thing that you are seeking, you need to let it find you instead of you find it. And when you let it find you, your thirst will be quenched. So let's see where this is taking us. What do we need to know about the past for my water signs? Mhm. We have the Four of Wands in reverse, the Sun card in reverse. The 10 of stars in reverse. Ooh, if there was ever a drought to be seen, water signs, it is right here in your past. Wow. Okay. Let's see what's coming into your present energies. The star in reverse, the king of cups in reverse. You're like, Nicole, just turn the deck around. You're gonna make our life so much easier. Um, the page of wands in reverse. Hmm. Oh, water signs. Oh Lord, water signs. Okay. So you have the King of Wands in reverse. The Three of Crystals in reverse. That's like your one good card in reverse. And then the Five of Cups. Um also in reverse, the Empress with the Four of Stars underneath it. You aren't trusting something, water signs. You are like seeking, seeking, seeking because you don't trust that it'll find you. And to be quite honest, the reason why it can't find you is you keep running in the opposite direction because you're hunting. Let it hunt you. Let it find you. I kind of want to do something different with your reading, water signs, to be quite honest. I mean, I'm looking at your cards and I'm just like, this is fucked. Like, what a fucked reading. I honestly don't feel like I'm supposed to read your reading the way I always do. So just bear with me for a moment. Because you're not utilizing your feminine energy, to attract towards you what needs to find you. And because with the Four of Stars here, this is telling me that you're scared. You're coming a little bit from a little bit of a lack mentality. You're looking for security and you don't believe you're going to find it. And so you're holding on to something old, and that's like diminishing your power, your feminine power to be receiving, um, to be open, to be expansive. I honestly, I'm looking at your cards and I'm just like, you actually have good things in your field. You have potential in your field. You have love, you have money, you have dream fulfillment, you have good news. You have something of deep spiritual awakening as well. You've got a lot of potential here, water signs. You're too focused on what's going wrong to see what could go right. You got your back turned to the thing you actually want, and so you can't see it. You're looking in the wrong direction. And what it's doing is it's just delaying things from coming towards you. All of this stuff can come towards you. I want to say that very clearly, water signs. All of this stuff can come towards you, but you can't do the seeking. You can't do the seeking. You have to be found. Um, you have to be found. I actually am not even gonna, I'm gonna do your reading in a little bit different way because I'm just being very called to do this. Actually, I need to pull a card here. What is the solution? What is the solution to being found and not seeking? Of course. Of course. Look at this trio of magic. Oh, my. Okay. This is, I'm going to show you in the way that they came out. All right. The solution to how you get there, water signs, is you need to go into your own underworld. And that's a place that we often find when we go to the desert. This is why a lot of mystics would travel into the desert to have their profound visions. You need to be starved of something. You need to be so far taken out of your luxury, your comforts. Let's just call that your comforts. There's something you're too comfortable with and you don't realize it. And you need to really kind of go into the underworld, is all the places where your nightmares live. It's where things go bump in the night. When we talk about, when we hear about like the shaman knows how to navigate the underworld, taking people through their very own unconscious mind, it's the things that are forgotten about, the things that have been denied, the things that have been removed, abandoned. You need to be in touch with that somehow. And through the bardo, okay, through the bardo, which is the space between two worlds. I don't know if mushrooms is in anyone's future here. Maybe it's in mine. I don't know. But the bardo is a place where it's the space between two worlds, where you see other dimensions. You see the layers that are on top of layers. Let me actually read the bardo to you. It's the liminal space, the liminal, the in between, the transition. Okay, so you've got to really go into the space that is the transition's hard because it's like it's the space where things are over, but they're not. It's like they're not fully over and they're not fully started, right? It's that unknown space. It's like that, where am I landing kind of space. And it is the place between this life and the next, a liminal realm through which souls pass. And I want to say for you water signs, you've got to be willing to step out of everything that you've known and have at least one foot into what you don't know. And you've got to be willing to firmly have one foot there at minimum. Okay. And so it's like you're kind of walking two worlds at the same time, two realities. Envisioning this inherently mysterious space creates the potential for us to rise above the concerns of the world and see our relationships through a cosmic and timeless lens. We may receive messages from those who are no longer with us or see visions of lives not yet lived. In the bardo, there is potential to forgive the unforgivable, to say the unsaid, to see the unseen, and to love the unloved. It's the place where possibilities exist that we didn't even know were possible. Okay. And you've got to step into that, but you can't step into that seeking something. You step into that place by being willing to let go, to surrender, to go into the fears, to go into that unknown space that doesn't give you any freaking guarantee whatsoever. And then the final stage of your solution, the final to this beautiful trio, is the heart. You really got to step into the space of your own heart. The heart is a very magnetic organ, right? And even just we know that the heart is much more powerful than the brain. When you get into the unknown, and you move into the heart, you are now in the attraction phase. There's something about trust. Every time you're going out and seeking something, you're not trusting that it's coming towards you. And so there's something here that you need to be willing to go deep within the caverns of your own heart. And remember, in the Bardo, they say this is where what is unsaid is spoken, where the unspoken is heard, or whatever it said in there. Okay, it's in the heart. When we move into the heart, we finally hear the whispers that are so soft, and until we like settle into this place, we don't really know. So for instance, just the other day, went in to do this healing with an issue in my body that has been causing some issues, and I'm like, you know what, why don't I just tap into that particular organ and like what does it want to say to me? And as soon as I actually got quiet and allowed for what was trying to be said to be heard, okay, it was so fast, and what was said was so, like, it was just a couple of words but so powerful, and it took me by surprise. I was like, really? And that's how you know, because you go into this without expectation. So again, you can't go in there seeking, so to speak. You step in to this place where you don't know what's going to happen, and you don't know what you're going to find. And the reason why you don't know what you're going to find is because what happens is you actually get found. This is so a big part of the journey. And so for some of you, I feel like you've been lost and you've been wandering for weeks, months, for some of you, maybe even years. And you've been trying to seek out this thing. You've been so focused, you've been hunting down this thing. And you're like, why haven't I found it yet? Like, where is it? And it's like you keep going in the wrong direction because the wrong direction is outside of you. It's within you. And it's ready to be revealed, but you've got to be willing to go into the darkness, which again, this is why the heart is representative of the cave. All right, the cave represents the heart. When we go into our own cave, we tune into what the heart really wants us to know. And I feel like if you do that, I feel like all of this starts to show up in an upright position for you, water signs. This the star card, the King of Cups, the Page of Wands, all here. Like you've got this potential here in the last half of May where you could dream fulfillment, love at the highest level, and good news, or excitement, new possibilities that are like opening up doors that you didn't anticipate. All of that could be there for you. I would say water signs, don't seek it out. Like you've got to stop seeking, and you just got to stop and go within and just wait and trust and let it find you. And let it find you. Because there's this element of control that's coming up. And when you go in, you're going to heal something here. You're going to heal something that causes you to focus too much on what doesn't go right or what's wrong in the situation or whatever. And it's going to help you flip the script so that you start perceiving your reality in a whole new way. And that's going to open up the reality as well. So, water signs, a very different reading for you guys, but this is really what I'm feeling very guided to do for you, because I just didn't feel like your reading was being meant to be read the way everyone else is, or even just the way I do it in general. And so that's why I follow that. Yeah, I mean, attract, don't repel, don't push things away by making them work even harder to get to you. So yeah, so that's my reading for you, water signs. A little different, but let me know if that one resonated with you. Let me know if you hated me for doing that one, or if you're like, oh, that made sense to me. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm just kind of follow my intuition on that one. And again, water signs, if you need your own personal reading, you can book with me through the links below in the description below this video. Don't forget, I'm going to do my first live call-in show tomorrow. Let me know in the comments below too what you think about the reality series and if there's a particular show you really want to know about or you want me to watch. Because I have my favorites that I guess I'll start with and that are fun for me to watch and like fun for me to also like break down and be like, ooh, okay, did you see when they did this one and that one? And like, this is just total, like, whatever, drama. Anyway, okay. So, again, Forbidden Journey retreat tickets are on sale if you'd like to come to the next one. Uh, Erica is going to be there with me, another little water sign, and it'll be fun. I've actually taken Erica on her own journey, and well, that was fun and interesting. So she's familiar with it all. And what else? Yeah, I think that's it for now. Things are going to get a little busier around here. All right. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you all very soon.